It is Wednesday, June 29th, and I'm going to do a series of updates today. And we'll start with the big garden. It's just something I really enjoy, being in the garden after a nice rain. And we'll get down and close, but just let's take a look at the garden from above. So as you'll see in the back, most of the beets are gone. Of course, the lettuce and the greens are all gone. And I'm at the point where I think, as I put in my blog today, we'll be digging those 2 rows out, and I'd like to use them for Brussels sprouts this late summer into fall and winter, and also garlic. In front of those 2 rows we've got clusters, 3 mounds of summer squash on the left and right, with cucumbers in the middle. And one of my tasks for today is going to be getting some of the tall weeds out from in between the cucumbers. I always say every year that I'm not going to let this happen, and then it just kind of happens. Rows of beans working toward the front. I've got 4 rows. This variety right here is Fowler. This variety over here is Speculator, and I'm picking those right now. The other 2 are Fresh Pick and Foremost. These are Brussels sprouts that I probably shouldn't have planted in the spring, but what the heck, just wanted to see what they would do, and I'll definitely replant them in the fall. Kind of pretty plants. We've got different basils, and in front we've got some sun golds and some tomatillos. So now we're on ground level, and let's take a look at how the sun golds are doing. We've got a few that are almost ripe on each one of these plants, actually. They're setting nice clusters of fruit. Right now they're about 6 feet tall. That's the ground cherry Cossack pineapple. This is the first time I've really made an effort to grow tomatillos well, and I've got 3 different varieties: Toma Verde, De Milpa, and Cisneros. I've got them caged, and you can see where we've got lots of blossoms, but I haven't really noticed any fruit set yet. And from what I've read recently, you need different varieties and the bees need to cross-pollinate them. So I'll be patient, and we'll see what happens. We really like to start using tomatillos more in our recipes. So here, this is these are our first 2 rows of bush beans. We've already picked some of these. One of the things I'm going to do this morning is get out and do some harvesting. Both of these rows that have been picked once are flowering again, which is good. And we can take a look inside this plant of Speculator. I don't know how well this will focus, but there's just a lot of beans in there, so that's great. This is a volunteer cucumber, and I'm not sure what variety it came from, but I'm going to let it go. This is the variety Diva, and the plants are spreading nicely. Well, I can see one in there. We'll pick that today. I see a salt and pepper that has finally set fruit, and there it is in there. And as far as the summer squash, this plant Zephyr is from kind of old seed, and it's taken a while to get going. I do think we have some zucchini in here. I haven't picked any yet. The first few were aborting because they hadn't been pollinated. I see a big one in there. There's one of the ones that has aborted. We've all seen zucchini before, so I won't linger too long. We're going to keep our Swiss chard, rainbow chard going throughout the summer as long as we can. We love it as a green. There's a nice set of summer squash in there. I want to come over because I know I've got some Zephyr that have set fruit. Whoop! Here's a Punicura, ready to go. And there is a Zephyr squash in here. Here we go. This is a really nice summer squash. What's unique about it is the coloration, so we can get a better view. It's half yellow, but the end of it is green. These are the Brussels sprouts plants, a lot of insect damage, and I guess we'll probably have no sprouts on these, but it's been interesting growing them, and we'll try again in the fall. And here's our Genovese, Mrs. Burns lemon, serrata, amethyst, and queenette Thai basils. Blueberry bushes didn't harvest that well this year. And the other thing to show out here that we're really pleased with is how our fig tree is doing. We've harvested some figs off it. In typical years, the deer have come in and browsed it to the ground. This winter we fenced it, and now the plant is approaching 8 feet tall, and we should get a good yield of figs. So that's what's going on in the big garden.